Hello once again, gamers. Crusnik X back with more Final Fantasy XIV. We're kind of a day late with this event stream, only because we had so much to do, and I really didn't. I was kind of falling behind schedule. But anyways, alongside me are the following: dressed up as Hori the Snowman. We have Lord Fyrax.
Yo.
Dressed up as, for some reason, as a Gorean pleasure slave, we've got CC Valentine.
Oh, gee, thanks.
We're not twins anymore.
I'll put it back on.
Dressed up as Pink Father Christmas is, of course, Alex Swan.
Where did everybody go?
Miketo's Amphitheater. Go across the bridge. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, you did attune to it. Go to the Aetheryte.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just having fun with this.
And the one person who is kind of lost at the moment, but is on her way, is, of course, Arya Stormborn.
I can't find my way out of the paper bag.
So, as you can see, Gridania is decked out, and people are throwing snowballs at me for one reason, and for one reason only, because it is currently the time of the Starlight Celebration for 2018. Now this event celebrates. This is basically the annual Christmas event for Final Fantasy XIV, and it's based off of old Ishgardian legend. I don't ever remember the legend, so I'm just rolling with it. Alex, will you stop fucking throwing snowballs at me?
I'm not even there anymore.
Stacey, god damn it, woman! They always throw snowballs at me.
Hey, this is the first time I've done this event, so you can shush with that.
I always throw snowballs at you.
Every bloody time.
This is why you like me best.
Wait, where are you?
Only because you haven't learned the throw emote yet.
Hey, I just learned it earlier.
Where are you? Okay, I see where you're going.
She's in New Gridania, but I didn't see her.
Hold on, I'll grab her.
I'm getting there. I'm just directionally challenged.
Especially at the night. Especially at night.
Seriously, at night.
Oh.
Okay, there you are. Where are you? Where are you? Where the fuck are you?
Where is she?
Oh,
Maybe I can guide her.
she just freaking got back in the old Gridania, but she's near the Conjurer's Guild.
It's like taking forever.
Stay still, and I'm on my way.
I'm coming.
That's what she said.
Ha!
I see you. I'm right behind you. Only we could ride mounts. Alright, so now that we've found Arya Stormborn...
Across the bridge.
Under the rock. Over the river and through the woods.
Alright, so now that we've got Arya Stormborn present with us, let's get right down to it. So, in order to begin, we are going to start with we're going to talk to Amgaranji, which I'm never sure if I'm pronouncing that name right. But anyway, let's get right down to it. And actually, special for this event, we are actually going to have Arya Stormborn doing some voiceovers that I don't want to do.
Rip.
Nice.
You know, it's the girlfriend's job to do what he doesn't want to do.
No, it's just I get tired of doing some female voices.
Honey, it was a joke.
I know. But still, I'm fine. I don't... Jesus Christ.
Superstar.
Anyways, let's get right down to it with the level 15 quest, Not So Silent Night.
Chris, how wonderful to see you. I just knew you'd be joining us again this year. We have lots of surprises in stores, especially for the little ones. The Starlight Celebration wouldn't be complete without the beaming smiles of all those darling children. One of said surprises will involve a tradition in the frozen climes of Ishgard. A little snow makes the world glisten and sparkle, but too much can be ever so dangerous, as the Ishgardians know so well. That's why the adults offer song to the Saint of Nymea, so that he may keep the lizards at bay. While the weather here in Gridania is nowhere near as inclement as that, a festive song like that would make the proceedings even more memorable, and when the singing is over, we'll give each child in the audience a present. Luckily, several local businesses have agreed to fund all this merrymaking. Are you familiar with my Santa of the Black Rabbit Traders by any chance? She has been particularly eager to lend us a hand. From the decorations to the costumes, there's scarcely an aspect of the celebration in which she hasn't been involved. In fact, she even agreed to arrange the musicians who will be singing for us here in Miyaketo's amphitheater. The only trouble is, I haven't seen her for a while, and I worry she may have encountered complications. Now, I'm sure that there's nothing to worry about, but I'd be ever so grateful if you could speak to her. Perhaps politely remind her that the success of the Starlight Celebration hangs in the balance? I'm dreadfully sorry to impose on you like this, but we're up to our baubles in tasks that simply cannot wait. Can you do me this teensy favor?
Like you even need to ask.
Oh, that's terrific. She's probably near her stall at the Aetherite Plaza.
Alright. If only to stop CC from throwing snowballs at me. You might want to grab your quest too.
No.
Alright. Yeah, you can never jump over that fence. Take a right, or you can take the Aetherite.
Oh god, it's a bot here too.
Yeah, there's always bots somewhere. Other way.
At least it's not as bad as it used to be.
Oh no, it's still bad. Take a right.
There's no snow.
Good.
Hello.
Take left. And right. And right. And there you are. Alright, let's speak with my Senta and get this. Chris! How lovely to see you! And might I say, seldom does a day go by that I do not think of the way you saved my precious homunculi from the Bear Trading Company. I continue, if you haven't done the Deputy Post Mogul shit, you won't get that response. Anyways, well, it was never my intention to keep Garanji waiting. I will happily explain everything as soon as we take this conversation somewhere a little more private. Might I suggest a secluded area by the Leatherworkers Guild? Hey, Hodor's here!
I haven't seen him in a while.
I see him occasionally. Alright, we're here at the...
And I keep walking in the cold.
Everyone does. You know, you can't go around us. Thank you for agreeing to meet me here. I'm on good terms with Guildmaster Jiva, and she lets me use this place for... Well, that's a story for another time. Or perhaps never. Naturally, a quiet spot like this is ideal for avoiding unwanted attention, while the god, who has been asked to turn a blind eye, is an effective deterrent to any would-be eavesdroppers. As I am sure you know, the homunculi cause a stir wherever they go, and I need them focused on the task at hand. It's strange to think that without your intervention all those moons ago, they would have escaped my would have been lost to me forever. And here we all are, reunited. You will no doubt be pleased to hear that since the last time you saw them, my honey-tongued musical geniuses have been touring the breadth of the realm. Naturally, Black Rabbit traders continue to enjoy a profitable relationship with Eorzea's most beloved traveling bards. Of course, it won't do to have this conversation interrupted by legions of squealing followers, hence our current venue. As for their role in the Starlight Celebration, I jumped at the chance to have them take center stage. Admirers will flock from miles around for the chance to see the homunculi in their new, specially prepared material. I can picture it now, the dulcet tones of my beautiful bards filling the ears of festival-goers young and old, with Black Rabbit traders making Gil hand over fist from all the garments we sell. And what's more, the presence of such renowned artists will raise the profile of the celebration, meaning that Garanji and her Starlight celebrants will have even more reason to be cheerful. All that remains is for the homunculi to fulfill their part of the bargain and put together a few songs for the concert itself. Therein lies the problem. Were this any other performance, we would mesmerize the crowds with a few favorites from our repertoire, such as Fair Lady, Return My Breeches, or Hey Nonny Nonny, Maiden Most Bonny. Fearing that such material may not be appropriate, we thought it best to work on some new pieces. But this occasion calls for traditional Ishgardian music, whereas we weave our entrancing melodies in the classic Gridanian style. To better fulfill the needs of the Starlight Celebration, we sought the aid of an Ishgardian composer. Upon taking receipt of the manuscripts, however, we found that they were written for a mixed choir. 4 singers, 2 male and 2 female. It does not take a musical aficionado to appreciate that the homunculi are ill-equipped for such a performance. To make matters worse, there simply isn't time to have the pieces rewritten. We are well and truly out of our element, like proverbial babes in the wood. Whatever shall we do? All this moping is getting us nowhere. Are you professionals or not? What we need are solutions, and fast. First of all, let us select our vocalists. Luckily, the composer has provided instructions on the kind of voices required to carry the melody. Though I must admit, I can make neither head nor tail of these notes. One of the female voices must be as uplifting as birdsong on a crisp winter's morning, and the other ephemeral as a zephyr across a sun-dappled stream. For the males, reminiscent of a mighty oak's outstretched boughs, and deep and cavernous as the bowels of the earth. We have to start our search somewhere, I suppose. Chris, perhaps you can help. Can you think of anyone who possesses a voice as uplifting as a birdsong on a crisp winter's morning? I know I should probably... You know what? Fuck it.
Do the chocobo.
Well, earlier during rehearsal we did Foo Cha of the Botanist Guild, so why not? Let's see your response.
Oh,
a chocobo? Where the manuscripts mention birdsong, I don't think it was supposed to be taken literally. We can't have one of those smelly beasts querying its way through the concert. If I were you, I would avoid making similar japes in future. It really doesn't suit you, dear. For lack of any better suggestions, how about Amgaranji? Come to think of it, she may well be the perfect choice. A charming young lady like her is sure to have a singing voice to match. With that settled, we should move on to our second female vocalist. Can you think of anyone with a voice as ephemeral as a zephyr across a sun-dappled stream? Ephemeral as a what? Well, I think we will have to disregard the composer's instructions in this case. Seeing as we are hardly spoiled for choice, perhaps we should set our sights a little lower. And by that, I mean any woman who can sing. Since time is of the essence, I nominate myself to fill this position. As much as I would rather avoid public humiliation, I will not have it said that I lack commitment. My Santa, my darling. It would be an honor to join my voice with yours in musical matrimony. Let's not get carried away. For all you know, I could be a dreadful singer. Fear not, my lady, for we shall be on hand to provide all the tutelage you might require. Though the question remains, which two lucky fellows will be accompanying you? Reminiscent of a mighty oak's outstretched boughs. I would say that description fits Augustin Thiel's soaring vocals. I couldn't agree more. Finding someone whose voice is deep and cavernous as the bowels of the earth may prove a little more challenging. The homunculized music rarely ventures into lower tones. At the risk of volunteering myself for that role too, mayhaps we should put that matter to one side for now. Chris, might I be able to ask a favor of you? 2 favors, actually. Keen as always, and I haven't even told you what the favors are yet. I need you to collect a conductor's baton from Beatine of the Carpenters Guild, as well as an order of choir surplices from Redolent Rose over at the Weavers Guild in Old Dar. After paying a visit to these master artisans, head straight to Amgaranji in Miketel's amphitheater. She will be expecting you. In the meantime, it seems prudent for us to rehearse away from prying ears. Now, make haste, Chris. Alrighty then. Which one should we go to first?
I'm going to the Weaver's Guild first.
Yeah, I guess I can agree on that. Alright, off to Ul'dah. Though, I'm not sure. Arya, you don't have,
I can do teleport.
I mean, yeah, say yes to that. But you don't have the, you don't have it for the Weavers Guild yet, do you?
Yeah, it's good too.
Well,
I went around.
Well, let's see. Yep, you got it. Alright, there's good old Redland Rose. Among the other names we can call him. But let's talk to him. Well, well, if it isn't Chris. I trust you have not been neglecting your needlework. The choir services. Not the most challenging request the guild has received, but a welcome change from all the plebeians asking us to add arse flaps to their culottes. Another pleasant surprise was the amount my center was willing to pay for them. So generous was she that I thought it only fair to include a few more. Knowing her, she will find a way to pitch them to festival goers, so any surpluses could be sold on for a profit. This could even mark the beginning of a very lucrative venture for Black Rabbit traders in the Reavers Guild. Our mutual acquaintance is undoubtedly counting the guild as we speak, so I suggest you deliver these garments to her post-haste. Best of luck with the Starlight Celebration. Alright, back to Gridania. You're fine. Alright, let's go talk to Guildmaster Beatine. Who, might I add, takes his... loves his job maybe a bit too much. Right? Left. Alright. Here he is. Welcome back, Chris. Are you here to show me your latest creation? Ah, yes, I have the conductor's baton right here. Since the guild seldom receives orders for such items, I thought it best to deal with this one personally. The maple gives it a certain degree of flexibility, while the cork grip allows it to be held between thumb and index finger without fear of dropping it. I am confident that my center will appreciate the quality of the craftsmanship. While my services do not come cheap, she is sure to feel that her money was well spent. And spend she did. In all honesty, a simple twig would probably suffice, but nothing is too good for her homunculi. I must admit, I do not see the appeal in those preening pretty boys. The sigh of a saw on wood and the tap of a hammer on chisel are all the music I need. Alright, let's head back. But yeah, does anybody but me think that Beatine just is in love with his job to the point of a fetish?
Do you hate almost everyone in this game?
No, I'm just saying. Beatine, like...
So about that?
I'm pretty sure about that.
I always thought Beatine was kind of creepy.
No, see, the thing about Alex busting my balls about this is because... back in Heaven's Ward times, I used to call Urianger a shady motherfucker.
Because he is a shady motherfucker, and I haven't even gotten there yet. I think I'm lost again.
Go across the bridge. And then take a left once you get off of that bridge. There you are. And now take a left at the snowman. Remember, you can't jump across the fence.
I should be able to.
Nope, fence too high.
You want to jump?
Anyways, let's speak to
Yeah. You're back.
Fucking quest.
I was considering sending out a search party for you too. Is everything all right?
Yep, we just got these.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, these look remarkably like a conductor's wand and some sort of smocks. This may seem like an odd question, but why are you giving these to me?
Did I forget to tell you? Not to worry. All will become clear once you've changed into your surplice and are ready to rehearse.
Rehearse? But I don't remember agreeing to sing, and I'm fairly certain you never even asked me.
Sorry, dear. Change of plans. To be honest, knowing how committed you are to the Starlight Celebration, it never occurred to me that you might be opposed to the idea.
Well, we cannot disappoint the little ones. I suppose it's only meet that I at least try. Very well, I'll do it.
If it makes you feel any better, I will be singing too. Bear in mind that I lack your experience when it comes to entertaining the masses, so if there is anyone who should be nervous, it's me. Besides, there's no time for dilly-dallying. We still have to find a man with a voice deep and cavernous as the bowels of the earth.
Well, these are musicians. We'd better start checking the amphitheaters. What did you call them? Acoustics? No, that doesn't sound right.
You there! Are you one of the Starlight celebrants?
Aye, and a member of the Adventurers Guild besides. Every year they give me leave to help out with the festival.
Remarkable! His every word reverberates to the core of my soul. Deep and cavernous as the bowels of the earth? Why, he's Titan incarnate! My thoughts exactly. Who could have guessed that the perfect candidate was under our noses? Figuratively speaking, of course. This whole time. How would you like to join our choir?
I don't see why not. When it comes to being big and loud, no one does it better than me.
Glad to hear. While I would normally balk at sharing my stage with rank amateurs, I'm willing to make an exception. Obviously, none of you can even hope to reach my standards, but with sufficient practice, we should be able to approach adequate or even not displeasing. As for Oscar and Ossifon, I have something else in mind. While you may not be serenading us with your angelic vocals, you will instead be blessing the children with the presents I have prepared. I will make sure to keep their hands off the children's mummies, no matter how yummy they may be. If the homunculi can limit their flirtations to a well-timed wink here and a chinky smile there, we'll have them eating out of our hands without any lasting repercussions.
I have a question. Who's this conductor's stick for?
You catch on quickly, don't you? I'm not asking you to do this entirely from the goodness of your heart. I'll see to it that you are appropriately remunerated, in some form. Yes, it's up to me. I would say compared to the 4 members of the choir, you have the easy job. Judging from what I've seen at other concerts, you just need to look the part and wave the baton a bit. Simple.
Rather you than me, friend. I wouldn't know where to start. I'm much more comfortable bellowing away to me heart's content. Anyway, let me know when you're ready for some conducting.
And so it begins. Alright, first and foremost, let's take a look around. Let's start with this guy. Oh, you're the conductor, are you? Good luck with that choir. You'll need it. The only one who seems to know what he's doing is that Augustinio fellow. I'm surprised he's willing to put his reputation on the line by singing with a bunch of complete beginners. Do I have the honor of addressing the esteemed conductor of the choir? My heart soars to imagine the spectacle of musical genius that awaits us. Alright, let's speak to
I must say, the thought of singing in front of everybody does make me rather nervous. But then again, they may not be able to hear me above Bainfield anyway.
Alright, let's do it. Let's get with the concerted effort quest. To the left.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that.
You're good. Alright. Ready for a bit of singing? If you're wondering where my center's gone, she's keeping an eye on her stall. She'll be right back when it's time to get started, though. You'd think she'd have enough on her plate already. What with all that buying and selling? Gonna better find the time. And Gil, to help us lot with the festival. The voice ain't half bad neither. It's hard to believe she wants someone like me to be in her choir. I don't know the first thing about music. Best I can manage is a few sea shanties. That's only when I'm in me cups. Might as well make the most of it, I suppose. And if we're enjoying ourselves, maybe the young'uns will too. As long as they stick around long enough to get their presents, we can consider it a success. But how about you? Had a chance to practice your wand waving? If not, well, it's a bit too late to start now, but I'm sure you'll pick it up as we go along. It looks like we've already got a few people lined up to watch the show. You can see the Starlight celebrants herding them together just over yonder. I'd watch out for that enthusiastic-looking lass over there, though. She's been telling folk about the most lauded musicians the worm has ever known, and they seem to be lapping it up. I appreciate her drumming up a crowd like that, but I think that expectations might be a bit too high. What with this being our first performance? Might be an idea to start with the other lot. They seem less like to take offense to a flat note or two. Once we're feeling confident, we can take a crack at something trickier. But you're the conductor, so you get final say as to what we sing and when. Well, there's no time like the present. Let one of the Starlight celebrants know when you're ready to begin. Quest difficulty and rewards will vary according to which Starlight celebrant you approach. Alright. Alright, guys, feel free to pick whichever one you want to do. I'm coming to the Splendiferous one, just for a bit of challenge.
Challenge my ass.
Hark! The conductor beyond compare makes his grand entrance! The crowd can barely contain their excitement! Are your preparations complete, Maestro? Speak with this Starlight Celebrant to begin the Capriccio. You will earn 3 certificates of good cheer for successful completion of this piece. To attempt the Cantable, speak with the Saturnine Starlight Celebrant. The rewards for successful completion vary according to difficulty. Alright. The choir will now perform a song. Time your inputs with the on-screen prompts. When a blue prompt appears on the left, time your input as the diamonds overlap. When an orange prompt appears, make several rapid inputs until the prompt disappears. The controls are as follows. For a controller, all buttons and directional buttons except the options button. To access the pause menu, press the escape key or the options button, from which you may choose to end the performance. If you fail to follow an on-screen prompt, you will incur a penalty. When a certain number of penalties have been incurred, the performance will not end immediately, but your attempt will be unsuccessful. In the event of a failure or quitting during the performance, you may attempt it again by speaking to either of the Starlight Celebrants. Alright, here we go.
This chick is so mean.
So I got a successful one, unfortunately.
Nope.
Need me to help you on that?
It's just timing.
Yeah. So how did everyone else do?
I got successful.
I did mine once and said fuck it and left.
How about you, Cece?
Huh?
How'd you do on your performance?
Oh, I successfully did it.
Okay, where do you turn this lyrics in for?
Alright. We got our last successful performance with,
It's just sing's practice.
yeah. And the ability to hear the music, but that's a whole different story.
No. Let's just hand by.
Alright, let's talk to Bayenfeld. Or actually, Bravo! It was everything I could have dreamed of and more! That heavenly melody shall echo within not only our ears, but our hearts, now and forevermore. Indeed, future generations will still speak of the angels who once descended to bless us with their song. Pray, pass on my sentiments of utmost gratitude to the members of the choir, the heavenly conduits through which your genius has graced Gridania, nay, Eorzea. Wow, she is like...
She's definitely had some holiday cheer.
Oh, well done. That was a lot better than it could have been. I didn't have much hope, but I was pleasantly surprised. Pray, please, give my regards to the members of the choir. Alright, let's talk to Banefeld.
Phew! This singing lark's harder than it looks. Good thing we had to keep us in time. Of course, we'll be putting on more shows, all the way to the end of the Starlight Celebration. I think we'll be able to put on a fairly convincing performance even without a conductor. But if you've got time to spare, why not join us for another sing-song? Oh, and one other thing. I think Amgaraji wanted to say something to you. Probably wants to say, hey, thank you, Summit.
Alright, let's continue the quest line.
That was incredible! Considering that only Augustinian has any real experience, it's hard to believe we were able to keep up with him. Of course, your conducting is what made it all possible. We would have been lost without you. As planned, Oscalet and Osifo are handing out the presents. It's truly marvelous to see so many children arriving to collect gifts, but I do wish the homunculi would pay more attention to the younglings and a little less to their mothers. Still, they're doing ever such a good job.
What? No more presents? Oh dear, what's happening now? I'm dreadfully sorry, little ones. Unfortunately, the Saint of Nemea has not blessed us with quite the right number of gifts. We had never expected the choral performance to be so popular. Had we known, we would have prayed for a few more parcels.
Oh no! Whatever shall we do? There must be something we can give them. The saint knows I've been bad. That's why I can't have a present.
Ho, ho, ho! Fear not, all ye faithful! The Saint of Nemea has heard your prayers! Rejoice, for I am come bearing gifts! Hearken one, hearken all! For a bevy of festive treats awaits every good boy and girl, courtesy of Mandevit, my little helpers! Now, who has been good this year?
Me! I've been on my bestest behavior! Godbert fucking Vanderbilt. Always on time.
What a wonderful surprise. Your arrival is timely indeed.
Ho, ho, ho! Think nothing of it! The Saint of Nemea lives only to bring joy to the realm. But did I perchance see a young girl with tears in her eyes? Verily my work here cannot be considered complete until that sweet child is smiling once more.
Yes, I could not agree more. She was beside herself when she heard there was no present for her. I think she blames herself for some reason. We must find her without delay, although I get the impression that the sight of a member of the festival staff would be rather upsetting for her, at least until she has a chance to calm down. Chris, could you ask if anyone has seen her?
Of course.
Thank you. She can't have gone far, but keep your eyes peeled. Gridania is full of little nooks and crannies perfect for hiding. And with that, I must depart, for I still have many parcels to deliver, and so little time. May the blessings of Nemea be upon each and every one of you! Ha ha ho!
It's a little creepy how well you do that.
You should hear when I do Hildebrand.
Oh, God.
Alright, our first stop is to Simpkin, the guy who gives us our performance actions. You were in the right area. Take a left. A crying girl? Why, yes, one running in the direction of New Gridania. Though, for the life of me, I could have sworn that they were tears of joy, presumably brought on by your magnificent display at the amphitheater. Had I known the truth of the matter, mayhap I could have offered a gentle melody of mine own, to ease whatever ails her troubled heart. I sincerely hope you find her, my fellow magician. What's old Red talking about?
Redecorating.
What, his house?
Mm-hmm.
Of course he is. This way. Sorry, can't say I pay much attention to bawling babes. Got enough of my own at home. Might be worth asking around the Adder's Nest, though. Always a lot of folk coming and going. Maybe one of them saw something. Alright, off to the Adder's Nest. Why, yes, I saw a girl matching your description darting off in the direction of the acorn orchard. But since this area is frequented by a large number of young children, I didn't think anything of it. It seemed to me that she was unaccompanied, though. Alright. There she is.
You're the Stick Wavy band from the concert. Are you cross with me? Good. But that's why I got no present. Because I was naughty. It's just me and Daddy. He's a wood whaler. But he's always busy. He comes home at night when I'm asleep. But today he wasn't busy, so we went to the market. I said I wanted a flower hairpin. But he said next time. When is next time? Maybe there is no next time. He's always too busy. So I said I hate you and ran away. That's when I saw the concert. I wanted to hear the music. So I went there by myself. But then I didn't get a present. And it's because I said I hate you to Daddy and ran off.
It's not your fault, child. I'm to blame.
I know you too. You're a singer.
Not quite. Think of me as one of the saint's little helpers. He is not the only one who gives presents. I brought one too, just for you. Now, hold still and close your eyes.
Hairpin! Just what I always wanted, but how did you know?
Well, a certain someone gave this to me to look after. He told me that you had been standing in front of Black Rabbit Traders, staring at it every day. That somebody also asked me to hold on to it as a present for the Starlight Celebration. Which is why when you asked him to buy it for you, he said next time. He didn't want you to know he had already bought it.
So that means...
Yes, that's right. Now, why don't you run along and find him?
Thank you, safe little helper. Thank you, Stick Wavy Man. I promise I'll say sorry to Daddy.
I don't think I like the name Stick Wavy Man, because... Am I the only one who thinks that sounds wrong in some ways?
Oh my gosh, you had to take it there. Wow.
Hey, it's Christmas. Don't take it there.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, but...
Rolling on the Christmas.
Whoever thought doing good deeds could be so tiring? You should have seen the way she was milling about near my stall day after day, staring at my floral hairpins. And the way she'd been talking with one of the woodwheelers, with that pleading look in her eyes. I suspected I'd found a customer. Sure enough, he came over one day and asked which of my wares the girls had been looking at. He bought it and requested that I keep it safe until the Starlight Celebration, no doubt to hide it from his daughter. Imagine my surprise when he came by, asking not after the hairpin, but his little girl. He'd been desperately searching for her after she ran off. I couldn't very well leave him to search for her on his own. Certainly not on a day such as this. I am one of the saints' little helpers, after all. Yes, you heard me correctly. Is it so surprising that I could get into the festive spirit? Besides, if I treat them with kindness now, her father may be inclined to buy her more presents in the future. Why, she might even become a paying customer herself when she has money of her own to spend. That is the key to good business. Plant the seeds and watch them grow. And to be honest, I underestimated how many presents we would need for this concert. It's a good thing I had the hairpin from her father to hand. Of course, I have you to thank for tracking her down. You are an awful lot easier to find than a wayward child. Come to think of it, Aunt Garanji would be relieved to hear that this little incident has come to a satisfactory conclusion. Would you be so kind as to put her mind at ease? I, on the other hand, have a rather more pressing engagement. I simply must change out of this unflattering costume, although I suspect I may have to wear it again before the festival comes to a close. Well then, ta-ta for now. Alright, let's head back to Miketo's. First, let's track down Arya, because...
I took a left turn at Albuquerque.
What is... okay, seriously, Alex, what the fuck is your problem with Ravana?
This song is shitty. He wasn't in my runs last night. God.
You just do not have an appreciation for her freaking good violin or Tuvian throat singing, for that matter.
Good violin's amazing.
Anyways,
I just don't like the singing part. The rest of it's fine.
I love the singing part. How many times do you ever hear Tuvian throat
This
singing?
is a good song.
My music, well, not too far.
Any other problem? No, correction.
Anyways.
Sunrise is the best. We get Sunrise.
So, did you find her? My Zenta. She never ceases to amaze me. I suppose she could add cheering up crying children to her lengthy list of talents. And you seem to have quite the knack for finding missing persons. I dare say that comes in handy from time to time. Anyway, I hope we will be spared any similar misadventures for the rest of the festival. This is supposed to be a happy occasion after all. If it gives even one youngling reason to be upset, it would have all been for naught. But now that's over, and we can go back to enjoying the Starlight Celebration. I know you've already done more than enough to help us, but if you fancy leading the choir again, the Starlight Celebrants and I would absolutely be thrilled. We are still inundated with visitors from far and wide, all clamoring for a chance to experience an authentic yet unique Ishgardian musical spectacle, and receive a gift from the saint. And here's one for you. While I suspect that the presents may be somewhat more enticing than our singing, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the whole enterprise has been a roaring success.
And with that, we have completed the Starlight Celebration event for 2018. With it, we've unlocked the achievement, the accurate I can never pronounce that.
Well, it's got to be a real word.
What achievement?
It is so not a real
copycat
word.
of theater rhythm curtain call.
If supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is a real word, then that's a real word.
It's supposed to be some... I think it's pronounced Diakiridanium.
It's supposed to be a ripoff of theater rhythm curtain call.
Yeah.
Which I love that game. It's so fun.
But yeah, we have finished it, and with it, we have gained a new Christmas outfit. Arya, did you want to join me over here?
Working on it. Eventually.
Alright, let's see what we got here. I'm right here. Alright, so first and foremost...
Oh, shit.
Alright, so... Alright, so we'll start off with the footgear, in which we have the choir's shoes, which look like a nice pair of loafers on men. How does it look on the female?
I don't know. Hitting there. You see the choir?
Yep. They look somewhat the same. Alright, for headgear we have the choir hat, which I need to show my headgear in order to... Not bad, not a bad look. And last but not least... Oh yeah. For chest gear, we have the choir robe. And let it be known that this will be probably the only time I ever wear it.
Aw, you mean you're not a choir boy?
I dealt with enough robes when I was an altar boy, okay? Let's not go there.
Altar boy?
Is it so surprising that I went to church as a kid?
Is that a trick question?
Okay, yes, sometimes I'm still shocked that I can still cross the threshold of a church without bursting into flames, but...
I mean, I made the holy water smoke, but that's a story for another time.
I want to hear that story another time. But anyways, with that being said, we have one more thing to... So, we also have additional items, and all these certificates of good cheer can be brought over to the Starlight Celebrant in exchange for items, which we will probably get for next year and whatnot. So we have the Silver Starlight Sentinel, the Evercold Starlight Snowman, which can be used outside, the open Twinkle boxes, which I think are an indoor decoration. Oh, and the Starlight Snowman is a tabletop. And the Starlight Donuts, which is probably a... Oh, yeah, it's just a tabletop. And then, of course, the Starlight Starbright Orchestrion roll. Which, you know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to do one quick thing before we sign off. Or before we move on to other things. And that is... get myself another certificate of good cheer. Right quick. Alright, let's do the basics. Man, I didn't fuck up this time.
Hey, I need to head out, so...
How do you get to the fire again?
Oh, you just take the quest from,
Oh.
So you're heading out, Fire X?
Yeah, I need to head out.
Alright. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, now that I've got that, I can get what I actually wanted to. And that is the Starlight Starbright Orchestrion roll. For 5 certificates of good cheer, it is definitely worth it. Inventory. And boink. Alright. Our final stop on this endeavor before we sign off for this year is to go to Mist to show off the FC Company estate. Now, some of you will probably remember from my previous holiday streams, we used to be in a small estate. Well, during the last couple of years, we have upgraded to a medium estate in Alarubra. And we've decorated it for the sake of the Starlight Celebration, so everything's snowy and nice, and we still got our giant Namazu, which I'm still not used to. We also have our 2 snowmen standing sentinel. Of course, it does look a little bit off center now that I look at it. But I'll take care of that later. We've got our Starlight Sentinel here, and it sparkles. And then inside, we didn't do too much because I wasn't spending over $100 to decorate the FC estate. We can always contribute later, so... but we will show off this new song by first and foremost replacing it with something that's less, oh, not select track. Alright, we'll get rid of Victory or Death, and we'll put in our new Starlight Starbright Orchestrion roll. and see how that sounds. Save first. And shuffle. Ah, it's just the choir music. But you'll find that downstairs in Alarubra is a veritable Christmas wonderland. Or at least we tried our best. But yeah, we've got all the lights up, the trees up, the gifts are under the tree. We moved the triple triad board. We've got some food here.
Oh shit.
And of course we've got a roaring fire for chestnuts.
It's so cheap.
It is so cheap.
I'm so happy.
Chestnuts. Did you really just say chestnuts? I said chestnuts.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Ow.
Oh, they have all three? Oh, wow.
Alright, but
Wait, what?
with that being said...
Filming. Black and white, night bloom, and wait.
But yeah, with that being said, we have finally completed the Starlight Celebration for 2018. Now, this event will be lasting until, I believe, the 25th, I want to say.
I thought it was until the 31st.
Wow, that's so cheap.
Starlight Celebration 2018. Let's see. Alright. Okay, so this event is good until Monday, December 31st at 6:59 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So be sure to get everything you want before then, because otherwise then it'll be heaven's turn and who knows what'll happen this year. I'm still reeling from the year of the cock.
Wait.
It was a couple years ago. I'll explain when we're off the stream. But with that being said, that's it for this special episode of Crusnik's Purgatory. A special thank you to Lord Fireaxe for joining us, even though he's out of the chat already. And a special thank you to Alex Vaughn, Cecilia Valentine, and Arya Stormborn for joining us.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoy the show. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live at PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button below, be sure to turn on notifications, and feel free to spread some good cheer and help me out in subsidizing my gaming habits by subscribing to me, because I am now a Twitch affiliate. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here, and click here to watch more by me. For all of us at Crusnik's Purgatory, we wish you a very happy of holidays, and we'll see you next time. Crusnik X, signing out!